All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. It is May 8th. We got two NBA playoff games to jump into today. They're going to be in separate videos, so this is going to be the first of two. We're going to be looking at the Knicks taking on the Heat in Game 4 of this series. As of right now, Miami is up 2-1 in this series, and they're at home as 4.5-point favorites. The total's at 206.5. We'll jump into that game. I'll give you my lean on the spread and the total. We might talk about some other things in the game, but all my final plays are going to end up in the pinned comments. So what I'm actually rolling with within this game. Make sure to keep an eye on that pinned comment. In terms of yesterday, in both NBA games, I should have stuck with my leans because my final plays were, we had the Celtics minus 2.5 points. They did fight back to almost win that, and they let up an easy open three to James Harden, who went nuclear yet again in this series. We catch an L there. And then we had the Nuggets and the under in yesterday's game. That did not go as planned either. I will say this, guys, and I'm not trying to say, oh, I lost yesterday, but here's where I won. This is more or less for an awareness of you guys. We are doing our player props over on Prize Picks and Thrive Fantasy. I'm doing those on Instagram Reels and on TikTok at Evs Picks, EVPICKZ. We did have a good night over there, but if you are interested in more of my player props and, you know, that type of thing with the Prize Pick slips and everything like that, make sure to check out my TikTok as well as my Instagram at EvPicks. If we have a player prop, a single play that we're really feeling strongly about, I'll throw that in the pinned comments here, but we don't usually talk about player props on the channel as much as we do over on those short form content platforms. So make sure to check those out, guys. We did have a positive night overall, but nonetheless, we got to face the music. We had a terrible night against the spread and totals yesterday in the NBA, which stinks because, you know, for the last week or so, we did kind of get on a little bit of a streak, a couple mini sweeps in there, a 2-in-1 night, that type of thing, and it all came crashing down yesterday. But let's bounce back today, guys. We do have an interesting game on our hands. Again, the Heat are minus 4.5 at home. The total is 206.5, which seems super low, and I get it. We'll dive into it, but let's start with this spread pick here. So last game, Miami goes out there and says, all right, we're just gonna cream you, right? We're gonna beat you bad, 105-86, and you might be thinking, okay, this series is over. Miami is clearly the clear-cut better team. I don't necessarily think so. I think that this is a resilient, as you know what, team in New York there. On the road, I don't care. I do think that they come back and win this game, at least keep it to 4.5 points there. So my lean on the spread here is going to be the Knicks plus 4.5. I don't even hate them as a little sprinkle on the money line. In the playoffs so far, we haven't seen them lose 2 games in a row, and when they did lose that game against Cleveland, they lost by 17 points, right? Which is fairly similar to losing by, 19 points against Miami last game. They come back and beat Cleveland 99-79. They absolutely locked them up and still beat them by 20 points. So they really bounced back big there. Obviously, they're going to need Brunson and, Brunson and Randall. I was going to say Brunson and company, but obviously Randall's thrown in there too to kind of step up and really step up to the occasion here. Brunson is probable. He's still got that ankle on the injury report. But yeah, Miami, I do think, obviously is a really good team, and they probably, in my opinion, end up winning this series, which is kind of crazy, being the 8 seed, play an 8 seed there. But this New York team is a super resilient team. I can't see them eating, a 19-point loss sucker punch and not keeping this game close. And on the road, it's not like they're a terrible on the road team. They're 26-19 on the season this year on the road, 28-16-1 against the spread on the road, which is a little bit better than Miami's 18-26-1 against the spread at home here. So I'm going to lean towards the Knicks in terms of the spread. And then when we look at this total, 206.5 is the total here. And I know a lot of people are going to be on the over just because of, Miami goes out and scores 100 plus. And if the Knicks just did their job, they would cover that one easily, right? But I think this one actually sticks under. I don't know if I'm reading too much into that Cleveland game in which the Knicks get pumped by 17 points. They come back and win by 20 and hold Cleveland at 79. But Thibodeau and that defensive edge on that team, I do think is going to come in and say we need to prevent as many buckets as possible. We're going to play physical as hell, keep this one a low scoring game, and let's go out there and keep this close and then ultimately win the game here. I like Knicks plus 4.5 as well as the total. I do think that, obviously Jimmy Butler on the Miami side of things, he is questionable here too. You're going to want to wait out and see if he's playing, or, if you don't want to wait that out and you like the plus 4.5 on the Knicks, you don't want that line to change, maybe pull the trigger on that sooner rather than later. But I do think that I think this is a Knicks type of a game. Now, do they win the game? Like I said, I would sprinkle on the money line. You're getting plus 158 odds over on Caesars as of right now, but I'm much more comfortable taking them plus plus 4.5, because at the very least, I think the Knicks have this one in a possession, back and forth to possession type game at the end of the game. And that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys do enjoy that. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button if you're new, and keep an eye on the pinned comment for the final plays. We got to be better. I know a lot of people come on to YouTube and just, roll right into the next day, but I like to face the music. If we stink one night, we stink. You know what I mean? It's just what it is. So make sure to keep an eye on that pinned comment for our final plays. If you want to ride with me, hey, go for it. If you want to fade me, hey, go for it. We're out here doing our thing, guys. I know we'll win more than we do lose, but last night was not one of those nights. So hope you guys do enjoy. We'll catch you guys in the next video, all right? Peace out.